I'm Rachel Redshaw and I own a company called Future Potential, which basically supports organisations and people with their learning and development. And really today I'd like to talk about that learning and what we've seen over the past few months as we've handled the crisis, which is the pandemic. One of the key things that have come out time and again from speaking to people is just how efficient we've been at learning. We've learned at speed, we've learned new things, we've actually learned new jobs in some cases, new regulations, and all of the time we're doing it at incredible speed and incredible agility. And that's another point that's come across from a lot of businesses, is that agility has actually been the thing that has made the difference between them surviving well on the back of this crisis and those that have actually not really done well at all. And by agility, we really mean the flexibility of organisations and people to respond quickly. And what underpins that at the most fundamental level is the skills, competencies and experiences that people have across the organisation. It's that which enables agility, both now and also as we move forward post-COVID. And when you think about the learning culture which has been coming about as part of the crisis, we can actually really empower people moving forward to continue to learn and continue to grow. And I do think that's going to be one of the biggest enablers as we look forward as organisations and people. I mean, sadly, you've got a lot of people who have lost their jobs through this crisis and businesses have had to let people go. And if you can actually develop this learning environment where people are constantly upskilling and reskilling and you get that flexibility, you actually do create opportunities, not only for those people that remain in the business, but also for people within the job market who are looking for new roles. And it also helps you build a talent pipeline that is not only right for now, but is also future-proof. It's tested, you've got all of the different components in there that actually enable a business moving forward. And when I think about learning in an organisation, there's really 5 key steps that I would recommend that HR people and professionals can move forward and really make a difference within the businesses. Step 1 is looking at the skills mapping, looking at what technical skills you have, what digital competence you have, and what soft skills and competencies are in place across the business. And by mapping that, you get a current state, a snapshot of what your organisation's capability is. The second part of that is to engage leaders to have learning conversations with their teams. Leaders have done an incredible job over the last few months of communicating both on an individual level, but also in a way which shows people the way ahead. And this can form part of that. Talking to people about the skills, what experiences they have, both within the business and from outside, can really engage them with learning moving forward. The third step is to say, okay, so what are the future plans for the business and how can learning be a key component of that? So you map out the current state, which we've already done, but you also map out the future state and what skills and competencies will you need moving forward. And by doing that, you're actually providing a gap assessment to say, okay, this is what we're missing for the future and these are the areas we need to address with some urgency. And the 4 is really the what. So what are the kind of things we can do to get the organisation and people developed and grown to where we need to be? That could be reskilling, upskilling, multi-skilling. You might redeploy people. You might change the scope of roles so that people get involved in more and different things. And all of those things form really what are the kind of things you're going to look at. Which then comes into point 5, which is the actual learning journey and plan. So what is it that you can do that will take you from the what into the future? And by really having that learning plan with everyone engaged, you can make sure that the organisation has the skills, the capability, the experiences, but also full engagement to move it from where it is now into the future. And I really think that's going to be what will make the difference between the organisations that succeed quite well in the future and those that don't. Good luck with everything. Thanks for listening and hopefully speak to you again soon.